Okay, so I figured that it's actually time to do an update. I felt really guilty for a very long time for not putting a final video up. For everybody that's been kind of going through the things that I've posted about my surgery, I am at almost 2 years out now. I think it's like a year and 3/4 out from my surgery. And I can tell you at this point that it is like by far the best decision that I've ever made in my entire life. Um, the first probably 2 months were probably pretty hard, and then after that, every day got a little bit easier. Um, I would probably say that at this point, as healed as I'm ever going to be. And I've probably, at this point, gotten the most benefits that I'm ever going to receive from the surgery. Um, so, just to let you know, I have pretty much zero pain. I know that in my earlier videos, I complained a lot about sciatic nerve pain, and being kind of freaked out about it, and things like that. And that was honestly the thing that took the longest to resolve. Um, it was definitely the longest part of my healing, and I want to say that it probably was in the ballpark of probably 9 months to a year before that was mostly subsided. And then now, where I'm at close to 2 years out, it's completely gone. Sometimes, if I overdo things a little bit, some of that will come back. I have full flexibility. Nothing feels weird. Nothing feels really different than I ever felt before. Um, I will say that I do work out regularly now, and I'm able to do, some heavy lifting. I definitely lift weights. I can jog without problems. I can do, all the things like that that a lot of your resources on the internet are going to say, don't do it, preserve your surgery. And of course, all that's going to, boil down to whatever, your health is and what your age is and, what you actually feel like when you're trying to do things, after surgery and after you heal. But for me, my doctor was pretty confident in the fact that I could go back and resume whatever daily activities it is that I wanted to do. He told me that listen to my body, and if it's hurting me, then it's probably not good, for my back. But if I don't experience any pain or difficulties after the exercises or anything, activities that I'm doing, not to so much worry about it. So that's pretty much what I did. So I would say, let's see, probably around 10 months after my surgery, I started going to CrossFit. And I started to probably experience some negatives as a result of that. Kind of the Olympic lifts, I think my body wasn't really having a good time with. But I noticed that overall I felt better with the exercise. So after trying that and sticking to it for about 3 months, I decided to go ahead and quit doing that because I felt that ultimately it was a little bit too jarring to my spine, and probably wasn't going to be the best decision for me in the long run. So I started doing some regular weightlifting, much more slow and controlled. I do lift free weights. I do a lot of the things that they say don't do. So I do deadlifting. I use a trap bar because I feel as though it's a little bit more ergonomic and less stressful on your back. But as far as cardio goes, I mean, I can jump rope, I can jog, I can, use any of the, machines that you would see people getting cardio with, like rowers, etc. None of that stuff bothers me. And honestly, the better shape that I have gotten in since surgery, the better I have felt. I don't, like I said, have any pain. Every once in a while, if I lift a little bit too heavy or something, I can feel a little bit of soreness in my back. So I definitely know kind of when to back down. Um, and every once in a while, that little sciatic nerve problem kind of gets aggravated again, and that's another sign to kind of back off a little bit. So that's just all that I've been doing. But as far as like daily life and everything else, I have nothing. I don't even wake up stiff. And I feel as though that I probably have had a better surgical result than a lot of people. I partially attribute that to my age. I'm 37, so I know that my body's still pretty capable of healing itself pretty well. I was active before my back got so bad that I just couldn't do it anymore. And now I'm back to being active again, and I feel like that was a big, catalyst in my overall recovery and getting to where I'm at today. But as far as things went, from after the surgery itself through the entire recovery process, like it was not necessarily linear. And I think that you'll hear other people say that as well. I would say that there were definitely days here and there where I wonder if, something had went wrong, or if I had done something wrong, or if I had damaged my back somehow, because of course I have a lot of, concerns about wearing out, the surrounding joints like my SI joints, or, the upper levels of my lumbar spine, due to my fusion. But everything so far that I've had be a worry has kind of alleviated itself. And I have had no issues with anything at all. So I think at this point, after, being almost 2 years since the surgery, I would say that if you're on the fence about doing it, I think that the biggest thing that you should look into is making sure that the doctor that you're choosing to do it has absolutely excellent reviews, which is what I did. He was definitely one of the most, recommended surgeons around in my area, and that's who I went with to do the surgery. I did do a little bit of shopping, for the surgeons. I did only get consults from 2 of them, but I did a lot of, online research to try to see what people were saying about them and their surgical outcomes and whatnot for the doctors specifically. And it's not going to be easy, but I can say now that since I've healed to the point that I have, and since I don't have any of the pain anymore, that I didn't really realize how bad my life was impacted, or, how much pain I was actually in until now I don't have it anymore. So if it's been recommended that you do this, I wouldn't be afraid. If you are at all capable, I would maybe suggest trying to get in a little bit better shape maybe before, you have your surgery. And of course, I don't mean, oh, you have a bad back, go and, bust your butt and work out and do all this stuff or whatever. But if you can just do small, simple things just to kind of get your body in a little bit better shape, eat better foods, move around a little bit more, and then after your surgery, continue on with that. Try to lose weight. I've lost 30 some odd pounds since I had surgery, and that's been because I've actually been able to be active again, which is awesome. And I think that maybe losing the weight is also a contributing factor to how good I feel now. So I suggest that to you as well. If you're having a weight issue, or if you just haven't been able to be active because of your pain, get back into some sort of routine, even if it's nothing more than walking, because I think that that's going to help a lot. And just, do whatever you're happy with, but try to focus on leading a healthier, active lifestyle. Because I think that's really going to help get you the results that you're looking for. But as far as surgery, as long as you have found a reputable surgeon that people are having good results from seeing, and having them do their surgery, I would have absolutely zero hesitation to have a surgery. I literally, to anybody, even in my family that has back pain, I am really just strongly recommending that they go in and they have the proper assessments done, and they talk to doctors and they figure out what's going on, because I spent so much time not knowing really how severe my problems were. So yeah, if you've already been told you need it, just don't hold back. Just schedule your date, go do it, and you will not regret it. I promise you that. So I'm sorry that it has taken me an extremely long time to post a final video so that everybody knows exactly how it went, but hopefully somebody finds this helpful and it helps them make a decision. Bye.